I can't stress this enough, everybody, especially as a long-term macro investor. And that's why I'm tracking my journey here with crypto. I can't state this enough. This is Cardano in the last bear market. And this applies to the XRP chart we're about to look at. It applies to Bitcoin charts. It applies to crypto in general. If you're in crypto, you're going to see so much negative sentiment. You've seen it already, but you're going to see it continue to grow. Even if we continue to go lower, you're going to see every leg down. The confidence behind the negative sentiment going to be really strong and get stronger. Here's ADA in the last bear market, 98% down. Just for a minute, just visualize, whether you were here or not, visualize this environment. We're talking about a cryptocurrency that was 98% down, meaning it lost like most of its value. And there are so many people that are like, it's done. It's over, right? And this is before staking, smart contracts. This is before, put aside ADA and Cardano fundamentals alone, this is just before crypto in general really started getting some legs and just this institutional interest and this global interest that we're seeing now, all of these years later. This was happening, 98% down. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because we have to zoom out on these charts. And I say that all the time, but right now, everybody, I'm reading comments and it's insane. There's so much negativity. It's just absolutely insane. And I was just watching another YouTuber talking about, he's a finance channel. It wasn't really talking about crypto, but it's just like he accepted he has to be a punching bag as a content creator. It's the name of the game. YouTube wants you to be the content creator that acts as the punching bag for those people that just want to go at it and be negative. But that's where we are. We're in this bear market, whether it's ADA, whether it's XRP, whether it's any other crypto, every leg down, the sentiment is getting more and more negative. But I can't stress this enough, and this isn't financial advice. I'm just out here through the years. This is what I've learned, and this is what I think. This is my opinion. Every leg down, when that sentiment gets more and more negative, people more and more are saying, it's useless, it's worthless. Why are you in that? That's ridiculous. It's a scam, whatever they're saying. That's when the opportunity just becomes more and more great. And then you start just kind of sprinkling in the technicals. You start sprinkling in the data, the on-chain metrics. As this becomes more and more undervalued, the opportunity becomes strong. It's exactly what happened in the last bear market. It's exactly what happened in the last bear market, everybody. And so 98% down then. Here we are right now with Cardano. And you can see, for some context, from all-time highs, Cardano right now, as I do the video, down 87%. I'm not saying it's going to be 98% down again. That's like 5 cents. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but just for context, there's still plenty of room for downside for just crypto in general. We're in this environment that we weren't in 2018, let alone right now, where cryptos are down, interest rates are going to continue rising, inflation's out of control. All of this is happening. The stock market is what we really need to keep an eye on, right? So if the stock market's going to see another leg down, crypto too. Now, this plays into the charts for crypto. And, we were just talking about this in a video. When was this? This was September 21st. I'm not going to show a clip, but we were just talking about where ADA was in terms of the shorter term charts. This is kind of a short to mid-term chart. ADA just at this fail-safe support. And if we go to the daily chart now, you can see that fail-safe support. It's a couple areas. Number one area was this macro yellow line. That was a support area we've been tracking that goes all the way back to 2018. And then the shorter term white trend line, just this formation that we're in. We've broken both areas. The fail-safe was the white trend line that you see here. And it was a fail-safe a few times. 1, 2, 3, kind of came back up and tested a little bit, tested those moving averages, the 50-day, the 20-day, and look, ADA just failed and got actually separation from the 20-day moving average. So that's where we are right now, everybody. That's kind of bearish. And I've had this mentality in crypto right now where it's just like, I don't think we're out of the woods. There can absolutely be a rally. We're going to look at that in a minute, what that might look like. But I don't think we're out of the woods. I don't think the bottom is in. I think we're months and months away from kind of being in that environment. And I think there's going to be more negative sentiment thrown our way if there is another leg down, and we have to endure that. It's very similar to what happened in 2018. And I think just whether or not it happens or not, I can't sit here and predict or tell you. I think my opinion is I think we will see another leg down. I could be 100% wrong. right? So don't take what I'm saying as kind of like advice or fact, because it's just opinion. I'm just tracking this journey and these charts with you. But what I'm saying is, if there is room for another leg down, the setup is there. And it's already acted as a guide to prepare us for that happening. Because through this entire consolidation, we have known ADA is going to break to the upside or break to the downside. So we anticipate every scenario and we make our decisions with comfort and wisdom through the process so that we're prepared and we don't have to worry. Meaning if it breaks down, we're ready for it. We're comfortable with where we are. Breaks up, we're ready. We're comfortable where we are. That's why we track these things. These are visualization tools. Now, if ADA were to continue to its target, it's the 30, 25 cent range, just be prepared for that. I mean, look at this. The Band-Aid kind of already ripped off in terms of on its way there. But what do we do with these triangles? We say, okay, well, we get a break, whether it's to the upside or in this case to the downside. In this case, a pullback in play. I always like to anticipate pullbacks. They happen so often. And again, to the upside would be a throwback to the triangle, to the trend lines. And in this case, you have the confluent area of the 20-day moving average up there as well. So don't know if it's going to happen, but on the immediate short term, I'd be tracking that potential just pullback to the 20-day to test that moving average, this lower trend line, very confluent with that area, 50-day just above, just this entire area. So we're looking at like 45 cents down to around 42 cents. I'd be looking for a move with ADA to that area. Now, it looks like a small move, but if we look at price range wise, we'd be looking at a move of, we're talking 10 up to the 50-day moving average, 15%. That's a 15% move for ADA to get back to the 50-day and into the apex of the triangle once again. For the hopium, for the people out there that want some hopium, and this happens, busted patterns happen. We'd get the pullback into the triangle and actually a move to the other direction, to the upside. That's in an environment where I guess cryptos would be pumping. Cryptos would see that rally finally that many of us have just been looking for, anticipating, and that would come off the back of the stock market, traditional markets also rallying. So that's in play, but just keep these things in mind, everybody. We've been waiting for this, but one thing is true for me, and I don't say this as financial advice at all, and I have to keep saying that, but the thing that's true for me is every leg down, especially now, because now we're really entering territories of, bottoming out range. We're really getting there. I really think we are. But especially now, every leg down, the opportunity at this point becomes exceedingly rare, right? This doesn't come around all the time. And now is the time to put all the mental barriers aside, all the negative sentiment aside, and make key decisions. And that's why I'm here, to talk about these things. Because from a fundamental perspective, what's on this chart, yeah, maybe there can be another leg down. Maybe let's just go really extreme and just say ADA is falling below 20 cents all the way down here. Just look at this chart. That would just mean ADA consolidated like crazy. Like we see markets do this all of the time, especially early stage markets that are getting ready to meet their true value as fundamentals continue to grow. Because everything for the blockchain itself and the technology itself for Cardano, I'm telling you, it's coming together, and it's why I'm so bullish on ADA. It's not just the chart. It's not just like the price. I'm just bullish on the project itself. I think it's doing huge things in blockchain. I think it's getting ready to do even bigger things. So that's ADA. That's what I'm looking at on ADA. It's kind of a similar story for XRP. Here's XRP on the charts, everybody. This is the last bull market high to this low, and this is the March low. We're talking about a 97% fall. Guess what? Same thing. Everybody's saying, I'm sure, or not everybody, but many people saying, man, XRP's done. It's done, right? And then you can go all the way back here with XRP chart, and you can look at XRP at like 6.5 cents, 2013, falling to below a penny. I'm sure people were saying it's done, right? And it's the same thing over and over again. It's up, crazy parabolic. People feel like they missed out, and then it's all the way down. And it's this huge consolidation. Now, what's interesting with XRP, and this is a huge piece of it, from this swing high in April 2021, to where we are right now, 74, 75% down, ultimately at one point, 84, 85% down. All along that chart, we have the case with Ripple and SEC. Now, this for me is huge for so many different perspectives, but the two biggest are this. Number one, what this means for crypto holders. I'm so tired of this thing about Ripple, XRP being attacked at this point. I'm really tired of it because, people want to argue and virtue signal about decentralization and all of this. But right now, that Ripple case means so much to every single crypto on the market right now. It means so much to the future of crypto, because what happens in this case will dictate so much in terms of crypto. This will have such precedence in what happens next. And so we have to keep an eye on it. How could you not at this point? That's number one. And then number two, for me as just an investor, I'm just kind of like, man, if this case goes well, and there have been some positives lately, there really have been, this really what opened my eyes. If this case goes well for XRP, right? XRP has so much upside, and it's a blue chip, right? But it still has so much upside. Imagine this case going well and having such a positive impact on crypto, but imagine XRP then getting relisted on all the exchanges and just the positive sentiment and maybe even crypto community as a whole rallying around just the win and the good news, right? Imagine just that environment. That's not something I want to miss out on. It's really just not. So those two things alone, I can't imagine ignoring XRP at this point. So that's why I've been tracking XRP. I figure I'd just talk about that real quick. But then going to the chart, here's what we're looking at on the daily chart. Probably a better view on the 6-hour chart. But on the daily, before we look at that 6-hour, look at this wick at this 200-day moving average for XRP. Crazy wick today. Obviously, we have a new candle as I do this tonight, but this was the last daily candle. It just closed 2 to 3 hours ago or so. And look at that wick. I mean, that's a candle. If we look at this price range wise from the bottom to the top, we're looking at an 11% candle or so, right at that 200-day moving average. Now, what's interesting about this for me is if you go back to this 6-hour chart, get a nice view, we've been tracking this consolidation of XRP. The case for an XRP breakout still in play, obviously, but we're talking close to 70% breakout to the upside. We see the downside, right, into the mid 30-cent range, right as we're sitting just under 50 cents right now. So we see how we're in unknown territory. But what's so interesting to me is this. We track these things at the apex, right? So we made it to the apex of the consolidation, and we see a breakout. And this is exactly why we always anticipate throwbacks, right? So we got the throwback to the apex. And then this is exactly why we always anticipate pullbacks. Because right now as I do the video, we're getting the pullback. And not only are we getting the pullback, but right now as I do the video, I mean, XRP truly just testing the apex of the triangle. So as we kind of end the day today, it's going to be interesting overnight to see what we wake up to tomorrow. Will there be resistance here? Will XRP break above these trend lines going over here to the daily chart? You can just see 20-day moving average in the process of bouncing off of this 200-day in red. You can see, and it's hard to see right here, but there's the green 20-day XRP above that area right now in this current daily candle. So today alone, whether it breaks above these trend lines or not, will be interesting to see if XRP can get a daily close above the 20-day moving average. So that's what I'll be watching. So 6-hour chart, probably the most interesting chart on XRP right now as we wait, because we are at the apex of the triangle. And it's just kind of, you get this feeling after this CPI data came out today, you get this feeling going into Friday, maybe there's going to be some volatility. And the question is, as I do this video, and I don't know, is it going to be volatility to the upside, to the downside? What are markets going to bring us? At the end of the day, I say this all the time, and I say it confidently. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You open up Wall Street Journal headlines. You open up New York Times, Forbes, doesn't matter what analyst, what founder of a bank, what whoever. Nobody knows. And so we sit here, and it's not for nothing to track these charts. There's definitely a purpose behind it, but it's mostly mental so that we can make good decisions, sound decisions. And that's why I'm here. I wanted to track these two because these are two cryptos I'm really excited about. In the short term, midterm, bear market is rough. It's tough. It's unknown, volatile waters. But in the long term, these two cryptos I'm very excited about, and I'm excited to track the journey because I think there's a lot of upside for them. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for listening to me. If you're still here, hit the subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.